Everyone thinks Trump just paused a massacre. But what if that pause was actually the opening move in a war plan no one told you about? Here's what Washington wants you to believe. President Trump announced that the Iranian regime has told U.S. officials that it has halted its brutal killings and executions of protesters. He said it was on good authority, suggested military action might not be necessary right now, and stressed he's watching and waiting.
That the killings have stopped there.
We have been informed by very important sources on the other side, and they've said the killing has stopped and the executions won't take place. There was supposed to be a lot of executions today, and that the executions won't take place. And we're going to find out. I mean, I'll find out after this. You'll find out. But we've been told on good authority, and I hope it's true. Who knows, right? Who knows?
We've
Crazy
seen the body
world.
bags, so how do you trust
No.
them?
But here's where the narrative starts to collapse. Iran's own actions contradict Trump's reassurance. Tehran's judiciary had vowed rapid trials and executions even as protests raged, and independent human rights groups report thousands killed in the crackdown. Trump refuses to cite who these sources are. Very important sources on the other side, even as evidence on the ground remains murky. Meanwhile, the U.S. is withdrawing personnel from a key base in Qatar and repositioning forces in anticipation of retaliation, not relief. And an Israeli official says Trump wants any attack on Iran to be definitive, not a limited skirmish, suggesting a larger kinetic plan may be looming. But here's the real question no one's asking. Is Trump calming you down, or buying time for military action? The comfortable story, that Trump verified the killings stopped and thus saves Iran from U.S. bombs, doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Fact: protests in Iran have been bloodily suppressed, with thousands dead and tens of thousands detained. Independent verification is limited, but rights groups paint a grim picture. Fact: Trump's statement offers no verification, no evidence, just a claim from anonymous sources. So we must ask, are we hearing good news and are a pretext for something far worse? Consider this logic. Step 1. Claim that the immediate trigger for intervention has passed. Step 2. Reduce visible U.S. footprint publicly to lower alarms. Step 3. Prepare the battlefield while critics breathe easier. This isn't a stretch. It follows classic escalation framing. Supporters of the peaceful de-escalation reading argue, Trump backed off because he saw the violence subsiding, and he wants diplomacy and order, not war. They claim that if Iran truly stopped executions and killings, then military action would be unwarranted. Even Iran's foreign minister publicly says there will be no hanging today or tomorrow, insisting there's no plan to execute detainees. But does their story withstand scrutiny? Iran says there will be no hangings today or tomorrow, not that it has fundamentally changed course. Thousands remain detained. Hundreds, possibly thousands, are dead. A posture change at Qatar is not an evacuation. It's a repositioning ahead of military risk. And Trump openly invites protesters to take over institutions, a rhetorical shift toward destabilization. That doesn't look like restraint. That looks like a chess set being rearranged before the next move. So here's the real choice. Is Trump a peacemaker acting on credible information to prevent needless war? Or is he spinning a narrative to justify the next stage of confrontation once the public attention fades? Is this really about saving Iranian lives, or about controlling the narrative before the bombs drop? Tell me which side you're on, because people are already divided.